I like the culture, I like the people, I like the food, I love the clothes, I love everything. So it's really just fun just trying something new, always trying to do something different and trying to expand my horizons and become like a new me. My first few days in Ghana were interesting. It was very new and it was very exciting. We came and we stayed at like one of the hostels in Legon, and so we were able to see some of the college atmosphere and get to see people close to our ages. And then we were brought into the city and we were able to see some of how public transportation works, and that was very unique. It was fun and it was exciting. My life in school, so I wake up, I get washed, I iron my uniform, which is very tedious, but I do it, and I walk to school right around the way. And I get to school, and depending on what time I get there, usually I get there right before assembly starts, or right when assembly is starting, and I put my bag down, grab my hymnal, we line up for assembly. At assembly, we sing, somebody usually preaches. We sing a hymn or two. We sing the national anthem, we sing the pledge, we sing the school song. So we do a lot of singing and talking. And then finally the teachers or the headmistress will come up with their announcements. Other students, the head prefects, things like that will come up and say their announcements. The club presidents and things will say their announcements, and then we go. And then from there, we have our classes for the day. Many of the classes they're not per se difficult, but they're difficult in the way of the teaching style. In America, there's a different teaching style as opposed to here in Ghana. And for the most part, your teachers will give you notes, and you're pretty much set to learn your own in your spare time. You have to do a lot of studying in your spare time.
So it's wonderful for me. I am in the visual art program at Achimota Secondary School, and we're doing, two of my classes are textiles and then native jewelry. So we've been able to make different types of jewelry out of glass beads, and then also in textiles we're learning how to do all about the different types of traditional looms, and then learning how to kente weave, which is really something that I love. So school's been great so far. My host family here in Ghana consists of my mom and two sisters, and then my auntie and her two children. All of the children are my age or older, so it's wonderful having like mature young women that I can go out with. My mom, Auntie Maggie, she's the sweetest, and she looks after everything. Her first thing that she wanted to take care of was, I came to Ghana pretty thin, and she was adamant about me gaining weight. So since then, I've been eating incredible amounts of like kenke, banku. My sister Portia, like her and I, we do wash together, we wash dishes together. She makes me laugh. Sometimes like we'll just be laughing so hard together, we'll both be crying over something I can't even explain. So my family, they didn't want me to go anywhere alone, nowhere. They would have me escorted to school, escorted home from school. My brother would always take me out to the store. Now I can go, now that I feel like I know Accra really well, and I can get myself just about anywhere. And I'm delighted about that, but it took a long time for my mom to trust that I would be safe going out by myself.
I love my stay with my family. My family is very fun. They're very easygoing. They love to read, they watch movies, they talk about sports and news and things. My mom, she's a cook, she's a chef, and she has a restaurant, and she's a caterer here in Ghana. And so she often will cook things that I've never even thought of, before, and I love it. And so she's taught me a lot about cooking. I know, my favorite food, anyone can tell you in this house, is banku and okra. And I love it. And then fufu is always good. And jollof, which I can make jollof.
and also learn these skills like cooking, doing our own laundry, sewing. Like these are all things that we should know how to do, and now I do, and they seem easy to me now.
So today, my mom and I are cooking chicken groundnut soup for fufu later. I'm just stirring the groundnuts right now. My mommy has the chicken on the stove, and she's preparing the tomatoes and the pepper, and that go in the stew, and the onion. Later on, we will make the fufu, and that will take some time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Having money here is an experience as a mother. This is the first time I'm hosting a female in my house, and there was challenges here, and very quickly we were able to solve it.
Like I said, both within my family and while traveling around Ghana, communication is difficult. One, because different things are expected of you and different mannerisms and behaviors are okay and not okay, as opposed to in the United States. As well as, of course, Ghana is an English-speaking country, but does everyone speak English? No.
One of my biggest difficulties here in Ghana was probably having to deal with a sort of hierarchy in regards to age. In America, there's a hierarchy. Of course, you always respect your elders. But even still, with someone being even a year older than you, a month, a day, it's seen as more like, oh, this person has a higher status than you, so you need to automatically kind of do what this person tells you. And that was one of the things, because to me, it's sort of a notion kind of like, oh, but why should I just do it just because you're older? But it's easier now because I'm African American. A lot of Ghanaians, see me as Ghanaian. I'm glad about that. But for instance, like if I wanted to, my hair is short and it's an afro. So if I want to braid my hair, I have a issue on how to do that. And also because I go to high school here, and many of the girls barber their hair, and I haven't barbered my hair. So to them, they often look at me kind of strangely.
One of my favorite things in Ghana that I do multiple times every day is ride the trotro. And sometimes you're sitting on the trotro and it's so hot and all you want to do is get like a breeze, but you won't get it. And the trotro, but it's so much fun. Like I have so many positive memories of holding people's babies on the trotro, or my friends and I coming home from school and we're dancing on the trotro.
So one of my favorite aspects of Ghanaian culture is dancing. I love dancing, and the zonto is so fun. But my favorite is Al Qaeda. If you say that word in America, people will probably look at you and like you're crazy. But it's called Al Qaeda. Like it's not Al Qaeda. Like it's Al Qaeda, and I can't do it, but it's a fun dance. And just the music, the high life and hip life. Now I have like a whole collection of my favorite Ghanaian music and songs and dances.
AFS, there's always someone to go talk to at AFS, and my contact person, they're sweet to me, and anything I need I know that they'll take care of. And they've given me a lot of liberties as well as guided me on a lot of things.
AFS, and when dealing with my problems, my contact person has often had to kind of counsel me on trying to deal with situations on my own. And then, if need be, then they would step in. AFS has had to step in, for instance, in certain things in school. They've stepped in and kind of helped resolve a situation. Well, Yes Abroad has provided us with a lot of opportunities to try and go and explore a lot on our own and learn a lot about Islam. Over the time since we've been here, we've been with AFS to visit a mosque during Eid al-Adha and to learn more about the celebration and more about Islam. And it was very eye-opening, and it was very enlightening. We were given Qurans and everything, so it's been very interesting. It's not because it's a lot of Christians as well as Muslims here in Ghana, and it's a very very conservative society where people are very modest in how they dress and how they talk and how they act. So that is definitely, you can definitely see the huge importance of that within the culture. I have a friend who is Muslim. I keep begging her to take me to mosque with her. And all my friends who are Christian ask me why.
So while I've been here, I've actually been going to mosque with my friend Jafar from school. And it's just me not being religious, it's very interesting and I love it.
There have been many experiences that have changed me here in Ghana, and they've changed me for the better. I would never say it's for the worst. Everything happens for a reason, and it's always meant to teach you something. So I feel like I've learned a lot about myself, as well as who I want to be and who I hope to be in the future. And so Ghana has taught me a lot about personal growth and about hard work and to do the best I always can, no matter what. Like, no matter what the experience, no matter the challenges, I can always do anything. So that's what it's taught me a lot about, as well as spirituality.